Hey guys, what's going on? Dylan here, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back for the first time in 2020 playing Forza Horizon 4. Now, Forza Horizon 4 is a game that really had me grow the channel in 2019, and I haven't played a single episode in 2020. And I think it's time to play Forza Horizon 4 in 2020. We're back with building the ultimate again. We are now today's episode is a very special episode. Today's episode we are basically building the ultimate 1977 Pontiac Firebird. Look at it, it's a beast of a car. This is what car we're doing. It cost 45,000 credits, brand new, which is quite cheap. Literally anyone who starts off can buy this car, and this car is nice and cheap. It's a good car. You know, there's obviously fast ones out there that are worth the same price, but for the classic car, it's a beautifully cheap and great car to drive. Now, obviously, we're going to take it down our drag strip again, and we're going to just see how fast we can go, and then then I'm going to give a rough outline to how I want it to go when we upgrade it. So we're going to try and make it as cheap as possible, but as fast as we can go. So we're going to keep 45,000 credits in mind when we take it down the drag strip. So this car, you know, it's a beautiful car. It's recognizable by a lot of people. If someone shows you a photo of the car, you'll recognize the car for sure. If you don't recognize the car, you're doing something very wrong. And now the volume just turned up on my TV. But yeah, if you recognize the car, you know, anyone can recognize this car. Now we're going to take it down our drag strip. Well, not on my drag strip. We're going to take it down the drag strip because why not? Okay, we're against the line or not? Yeah, I'll do. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. We are at 20 miles an hour, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 87 miles an hour. While 87 miles an hour isn't too bad, I suppose. 87 miles an hour, it's bad. Okay, 87 miles an hour is really bad. So what we're going to do is going to go back to the festival and basically upgrade our car. Now, I think 87 miles an hour is quite good. So for bronze, I want to get this bad boy up to 130 miles an hour. Silver, I wouldn't mind getting this bad boy up to 150. And gold, I want to get this anywhere above 170. So if we can get this above 170, I'll call this a winner. If we get this above 120 but lower than 150, I'll call it we did okay. We could have done better. And anywhere between 150 and 170. We good. We did good. So let's go to upgrade and tune in. Now don't forget this car costs 45,000 credits, brand new. So, you know, it's quite cheap. So, you know, if you've got like about, I don't know, 500k of credits, you can splash out on this car, making it really fast and cool. So we go custom upgrade. Obviously, I always start with the conversion, because the conversion will help us then tune an engine. Because we tune the engine before then we change it out, it ruins. Well, you know, you're tuning for a different engine, so the tunes might not work. So what we'll do, engine swap. We can either go for a 6.2 litre V8 or a 8.4 litre V10. Now looking at it, the launch is slightly better with the V8, but on top of that though, the RPM to performance and all that, and the torque, the power is a lot higher. So we're gonna, you know, add that. It's gonna add an extra 400 horsepower to the engine. This alone could basically help us get there, but at the same time, it's, you know, we want to be able to make the car better throughout. Sometimes, yeah, making it cheap as possible. Sometimes not making it cheap as possible. So we can either go for rear-wheel drive, or we can go for all-wheel drive. Now, all-wheel drive adds a heck of a lot of launch, a lot of acceleration, but not much speed. And takes handling and acceleration down ever so slightly, but we're going from C class up to B class. Now, B class is good. We're going to go for B class yet. 10k, yeah, 10k is not much, but now we're still 10k underneath the original pricing of the car. Obviously, we want to keep the pricing as low as possible, but sometimes you just physically can't. Now, the turbo really adds more horsepower, but doesn't really do much with, you know, adds a bit more, you know, torque and power through RPM, but it doesn't really do much in the way of speeds. I'm not going to really add that into it, you know, keeping the price down low. That's the most important part of it at the moment. Aero and appearance, I don't like changing the appearance of these cars. Because the appearance is, you know, the car is iconic, but that does look fucking cool. But I'm going to keep it out of it. I'm not going to change any appearance. But yeah, the tyres, I always like to have nice, quite frankly, handling needs to be increased. So I'm going to go for race tyre compound. The front tyre width, I want to make the tyres wide to help within this newfound speed. 345 rim. Yeah, the back tires are now thicker than the front tires. You know, we've already got about 52,000. We've already got over 7,000 over the original budget. Still, that's still only, you know, 97,000. Spending 97,000 on an S1 class car is really cheap. Same bad. You know, rim size will keep that the same. Width doesn't really do much, but for 300 credits, why not? Let's add it to the car. The drivetrain, clutch, you know, it doesn't really. I want to like not focus on this. This is basically, you know, shift time plus 0 seconds. It doesn't really do much. Transmission adds more speed, but takes acceleration and launch. But I want to really focus on, you know, brakes. The brakes are going to be important, because look at the brakes. The braking needs improving big time. We're going to leave the heights, we're going to leave the roll bars with a weight reduction. This is what we're here for. It didn't really do much, but now braking's a bit better. Launch acceleration is 10. I hope anyway, that with the engine upgrade we can get that speed up a lot more than it is now. Because at the moment we're going to be off the line really fast, but then we're going to total out really fast. So the intake doesn't really do much, to be honest. It adds 9 horsepower. It's not the best. Again, I'm mostly focusing on, you know, speed right now. Speed itself is really lacking. And looking at this, I don't think I'm going to get that speed up anytime soon. 7.5. Yep, we'll add a nice new camshaft. That will help a lot. We'll add some race valves, so why not? That's nice 20 horsepower, we don't need that. Pistons and compression. Again, I've got a slight feeling we're not going to really increase. Yeah, we're not really going to increase speed, but yeah, oh well, we've gone from D class to S1 class. What's the worst that can happen? So that altogether costs 62,800 credits. The car costs 45,000 credits, and that together, that is 107,800 credits, which isn't too bad. That's actually really good, because we've gone from 3,800 pounds to 3,019 pounds of weight. We've gone from 201 horsepower to 703 horsepower. We've gone from lateral Gs 1.1 to 1.7, and we've gone from class D 431 to S1875, which ain't bad, not bad at all. Now, obviously, you know, there's still gonna be limitations. You know, for 107,000 credits, I think a lot of people can afford that. but is it worth buying it? That's what I want to know. Is it going to be worth buying? Because we go to the cars in the collection. Speed 7.5, right? Speed is 7.5. If we go to the actual... I've got two of these cars. If we go to the stock version of the car, because I own the stock, I own two, it's gone from 6 to 7.5, which isn't that much. But again, is it enough to give us a scold? So don't forget, the bronze is 120. Well, no, I think it's 130 to 150. That's bronze. 150 to 170. That's silver, and anything above 170 is gold. I think that's what I said, but that's what we're gonna go with now. So again, I'm not gonna put too much, speed on here because, well, if I go too fast now, it's gonna ruin the fun. But before you do this, go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, because I am bringing back Forza Horizon 4 with style. So yeah, so if we can get it to 120, between 120 and 150, I'll call this a success. But if we can call it anything between 150 to 180, I'll call this bad boy a good success. And if we get anywhere between even over 180, I'll call this even more of a success than it was before. So we're against the line. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 144 miles an hour. Now that is still a bronze, I have to admit, but that makes this car a lot faster than the stock. I think stock got like 80 miles an hour. Yeah, it only increased by what? 60 miles an hour. But that 60 miles an hour makes this car now a beast to drive. It's all about the 0 to 60 mostly, but look at how fast this car gets now. And obviously I crashed the car a little bit, but that's fine. But it's still easy to drive. You can still drive this bad boy. It's not impossible to drive. It gets a little bit right around the corners, but at the same time, I think it's worth it. If you spend a little extra time tuning this car, in the tuning section, or if you've got a little bit of extra cash to add extra bits to the car to help tuning, I recommend upgrading to this car. If you've got this car collecting dust in your garage, I recommend going to grab it out of your garage and giving it a fresh new life, because this is where it's at. Because it doesn't go around corners very well, but at the same time, don't forget you've got the handbrake turns. If you do this fancy handbrake turn just here, look at that, it drifts around corners almost like a pro. Almost. But it's a beast to drive, honestly, and I recommend upgrading it. So yeah, go upgrade it. Go and spend that extra 50k on a, well, actually 60k on a nice old car that deserves to be modernized. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I return to Forza Horizon 4, because I'd appreciate it if you go down below, hit that like button, so I know you guys are actually wanting this content now, because I haven't uploaded since 2019 Forza content. So I'm not actually sure if you guys are wanting Forza content anymore, because I've changed the channel so much. So let me know with a like on the video, so I know you guys are, wanting this content back. Because views did go down a little bit after a while, after people realised there's no Forza. So let me know if you actually still want the Forza videos. Be great. But anyway, guys, I'm Dylan Jones. Remember to stay awesome, and guys, don't forget to stay ginger, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.